Good evening, viewers, and welcome to today's news bulletin. Here are the headlines of the day. Meghalaya Cabinet approves new police recruitment rules for speedy recruitment of police personnel. Meghalaya government proposes a bill to protect the fragile ecosystem of Meghalaya. Health Minister assures transparent bidding process for emergency ambulance service in the state. And Rajya Sabha MP W.R. Karluki calls for unity among northeastern states. The State Cabinet on Tuesday approved the revised uniform guidelines in accordance with the Central Recruitment Board for recruitment of police personnel. Cabinet Minister Marquis Marak said rules have been streamlined for recruitment of all ranks of police personnel, including sub-inspectors, armed branch constables, unarmed branch constables, fire service personnel and radio operators. The Cabinet also approved the rule for the conduct of Departmental Examinations 2023 for officers of the Indian Police Services. Meanwhile, the Cabinet also decided on reclassification of different brands of India-made foreign liquor for better tax collection.
Departmental examinations for IPS was conducted by UPSC for promotions. Now it will be conducted by MPSC here in the state.
We had seen in the past that these recruitment would take quite a long time because of the various rules. So we have tried to streamline the rules so that we can ensure that the recruitment process is completed efficiently, transparently in the fastest possible time. So these rules are quite a few, but just to summarize, these rules are to ensure that the recruitment process for sub-inspectors, for constables, both AB and UB, will be conducted efficiently and taking the least possible time.
Tourism Minister Paul Lyngdoh has said the department is coming up with a bill to protect the fragile ecosystem of Meghalaya. Stating that more than footfall, the state government's emphasis is on high-value tourism. He added that the government wants to upscale the quality of visitors rather than the quantity of visitors. Lyngdoh on Tuesday also held a consultative meeting with all the stakeholders from the Khasi and Jaintia Hills region. He pointed out that the spending power of an average tourist in Meghalaya is roughly around 2,700 per day, and the government would like to scale it up to at least 5,000 a day.
We are also in the process of now coming up with a bill to protect the fragile ecosystem of Meghalaya. So to do that, we would have to ensure that we promote high-end tourism, high-value tourism. That will be, for instance, the spending power of an average tourist here in Meghalaya is roughly around 2,700 rupees a day. We would like to upscale it to at least 5,000 a day.
Health Minister Ampreen Lyngdoh has dismissed allegations of favoritism in the ongoing tendering process to appoint an emergency ambulance service in the state. Speaking to reporters, the minister said that the department is very clear about bringing in the life-saving 108 service, and it is ensuring that there is no favoritism in the selection procedure. Pointing out that there is a laid-out transparent system, Lyngdoh said the entire procedure was explained to the bidders and marks were displayed on the website of the National Health Mission.
We are going to be bringing 108 service that is going to be living up the image of life-saving services. I want to reassure everyone that we are trying our best to ensure that bidders do not get the impression that there is going to be any favoritism in our selection procedures. It is a laid out, transparent system. Marks have been allotted in the pre-bid meetings. The entire procedure was explained to the bidders. Already, marks have been displayed in the website of the NHM.
Rajya Sabha MP and outgoing NPP president has asserted that few voices of one or two MPs will not be heard in Parliament and all it requires is numbers to be heard in the Parliament. The statement came from Karluki while reacting to the pending demands of the state, such as ILP and the inclusion of Khasi and Garo language in the 8th schedule. Stating that he does not believe in the idea of dividing the Northeast, Karluki added that all the northeastern states should come together for its voices to be heard.
We have raised not only Mapala raised, Agathar raised on this key issue, it and state. It reached nowhere. Because my feeling is until and unless you have a president that is like 15-20 in the Lok Sabha and in the Rajya Sabha, at least that big voice will be known as the voice of the Northeast. So this, and I don't believe in the narrow idea of dividing the Northeast. All of us should come together, irrespective of race, irrespective of anything, but for the sake of Northeast, we should come together. Only then our voice will be heard.
The Darbar Chnong of Wa Linki in Mauplang today met the PHE Minister Marquis Marak and expressed their concern over the sludge which passes through one of the streams in the village. The Darbar Chnong said that the problem, which is recurring since the last 20 years, also spoils their paddy fields on many occasions. Meanwhile, the PHE Minister informed that a scheme has been proposed which will address the concerns of the villagers. The journalist fraternity from Maharashtra is very much impressed to learn about the unique matrilineal system prevalent among the Khasi indigenous community and the role of the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council in the preservation of the traditional custom and practices. Altogether, 14 journalists from Maharashtra are on a 3-day press tour to Meghalaya. The delegation held an interaction with Khasi Deputy CEM Pinchngan Ens Aim Chairman Lamprang and Executive Member Fantan J. Lakadong. The 67 Battalion of CRPF organized a run for unity and unity chain as part of Rashtriya Ekta Divas or National Unity Day. The Rashtriya Ekta Divas is observed on the birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. A large number of runners, including Happiness Power and Taiboklang Biam, ran the Fitness India Freedom Run 4.0 and Run for Unity in Jowai town on Tuesday. This event was organized by the Deputy Commissioner's Office, West Jaintia Hills District. The energetic youth of Reboy District also came together on Tuesday to partake in the Fit India Run 4.0, a spirited event organized by the District Sports Officer's Office in Reboy District. And now for the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 24.2 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 14.8 degrees Celsius. The relative humidity in the morning was 52% while it was 55% in the evening. And the forecast says Shillong and its adjoining areas will have dry weather most likely. And before we wind up, here's the headlines once again. Meghalaya Cabinet approves new police recruitment rules for speedy recruitment of police personnel. Meghalaya government proposes a bill to protect the fragile ecosystem of Meghalaya. Health Minister assures transparent bidding process for emergency ambulance service in the state. And Rajya Sabha MP W.R. Kharluki calls for unity among northeastern states. And with that, viewers, we've come to the end of today's edition of the News Bulletin. Do join us back tomorrow at the same time. Good night.